share, subscribe. It is the mind of Mr. Nagazilla. 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 Old dude is now live. Like, share, subscribe. It is the mind of Mr. Nagazilla. 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 Nagazilla.
Breeze on the beat. Come on, you scroll past everyone is signed. Laugh it off, call it doing fine. Coffee cold on your crooked desk. World on fire, you just need a rest. You scroll, you blink, cold years just slip. Head down in headlines, hard out of sync, you joke. I'm fine, your coffee's cold. You missed the moment, chasing the goal. To be unaware of the times, presented to the eyes. A mistake you can't afford is a gamble with your life. You say I don't wanna know, but the wave is at your door. To be unaware of the times is a cost you can't ignore. Inbox red, but you mute the sound. Talking big with your head in the clouds. Weather changes while you're turned away. Storms already on your street today. Your mama call, you let it ring. Type call you later, and change the thing. Your kid just danced in socks on tile. You caught it sideways, forgot to smile. To be unaware of the times, presented to the eyes. A mistake you can't afford is a gamble with your life. You say I don't wanna know, but the wave is at your door. To be unaware of the times is a cost you can't ignore. Look up just once, let it hit you. Let it hit you. Oh, truth hurts, so what? It'll save you before it breaks you. What if this day is all you get? Would you still hurry or taste it? Yeah. You scroll past another headline. Mute the sirens in your head. Change your channel on the chaos. Say you'll deal with it instead someday. Friends are shouting from the shoreline. You still laughing in the tide. Building castles out of deadlines. Like the water's on your side, yeah. Be unaware of the times, presented to the eyes. A mistake you can't afford is a gamble with your life. You say I don't wanna know, but the wave is at your door. To be unaware of the times is a cost you can't ignore. The signs of the times all around you, but you can't see it, huh? Unable to see with your two eyes and a calcified pineal gland. Wake up. This wholesale hoe gonna
just don't once. Hey. Whole block shake. Yeah. Look up. Too late. I'm Godzilla in the middle of the city. Better get back. Get back. Get back. Big steps. Every little hater looking like a snake. Like a snake. Jaw wide, let it all fry. Turn them into ash. King of the fall line. Every time I snap, that's a new crack. I'm Godzilla when I breathe. That's a siren in the sky. Whole crowd freeze when they look into my eyes. You can build walls, I'ma treat them like glass. King of the fault line. Every time I move, that's a world map. Crawled out the trench, skin still drip salt. Scars on my scales, whole life my fault now. Made for the quake and the chaos. Heartbeat drum, make the ground break sounds. You play tough, I play titan. You chase clout, I chase lightning. You want throne, but your bones too light. I use stones like stones when I skip them in the night. Footprint, whole block outline. Name ring out like a landline. You talk big, but your frame bite size. I chewed out, spit flames in your timeline. Godzilla in the middle of the city. Better get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Big steps, every little hater looking like a snack. Like a snack. Like a snack. Jaw wide, let it all fry. Turn them into ash. King of the fall line. Every time I snap, that's a new crash. I'm Godzilla when I breathe. That's a siren in the sky. Whole crowd freeze when they look into my eyes. You can build walls, I'ma treat them like glass. King of the fault line. Every time I move, there's a world map. Yeah. You wanna roar like this? Gotta live through the deep like this. Gotta sleep with a teeth like this. Whole life in a beast like this. Storm in my chest, I'm a walking reactor. Every step right a chapter. Waves in my wake, that's disaster. Still stand tall in the after that they drop bombs. I evolve on them. Turn scars into armor, then stomp on them. Whole seat part when I crawl from it. I don't run from the smoke, I draw from it. Who you call when the sky turn red? Name on the hills, carved in dread. But I learned to love that fear. Every scream my cheer, yeah, I build my bed. So I stomp for the kids who were called too much. Too loud, too big, too rough. If they say you a monster, good, go grow that tough. I'm Godzilla in the middle of the city. Better get back. Get back. Get back. Get back. Big steps, every little hater looking like a snack. Like a snack. Like a snack. Jaw wide, let it all fry. Turn them into ash. King of the fall line. Every time I snap, that's a new crash. I'm Godzilla when I breathe. That's a siren in the sky. Whole crowd freeze when they look into my eyes. You can build walls, I'ma treat them like glass. King of the fault line. Every time I move, that's a world map.
Damn. Oh, y'all ain't backing with me tonight. It's been about 10, 13 minutes in this motherfucker. Ain't nobody knows where my people's at. Huh? Ooh, y'all janky. Bucket.
I ain't beefing with the demon, I confront the bitch. Every scar on my soul, yeah, I done it. Devil banging bass drum, working the drum kit. Mama praying in the pew, saying son quit. But I'm stitched from the cloth where you stand on shit. If I did dirt, then my word got my hands on the devil in my ear, selling dreams on a payment plan. Told me I could fly, but he hit the facts quicksand. Whole block worship what they can't own. Flex face stones, renting fake thrones. I seen killers turn clown when the case closed. Talking about guys playing, they just hate growth. I wouldn't need deep gun tuck, heart froze. Spirit whisper, tell the truth for your soul. So had to kill the lie living in my own head. For the lie, put a mark on my forehead. The devil is a lie, I don't buy that. He talk big but he high, I don't like that. Put my life on the line for the right facts, rather down the truth than down the rat trap. Devil is a lie, I won't side up. If it ain't real, then the deal getting dry. I still be straight in my eyes, I don't write cap. If my tongue say it, then my backbone back there. I done broke bread with the crooked and the holy. Whistle in the trunk, speaking scripture through the song. Casket shaking hands, but his eyes looking phony. Devil wear cologne, smell rich, call your homie. Offer me a bag for my silence and my honor, trying to make me lie to my seed. But I'ma tell him about his mama, told him I'm a man. Not a product, not a comma, you can keep the chaos. I ain't chasing your drama, homie took the shortcut, now he short-lived. Told the lie so long that it walked him. Trying to paint his past like a portrait, but the blood on his hands wrote the forfeit. I see snitches throw dirt on the dead name, crying in front of a headstone bearing his name. Talk loud, but they souls speak the dead slang. Got you let the truth walk, he don't need game. The devil is a lie, I don't buy that. He talk big, but he high, I don't like that. Put my life on the line for the right facts, rather down the truth than down the rat trap. The devil is a lie, I won't side. If it ain't real, then the deal getting dry. Still be straight in my eyes, I don't write cap. If my tongue say it, then my backbone back there. And tell me to play along, you can shine more. Kept a little one, the body count crime law. Say you ain't a whole city, make them one war. Would I rather be small than a big fraud? My little cousin looking up like I'm scripture. What I say turn his choices to a mixture. If I glamorize the page in my stories, he gon' chase bars, never take glory. So I'm talking about the nights I was dead broke, about the cold flows, about the stress smoke, about the friends in the ground who ain't get old, about the weight on my chest when I'm big cold. Truth cutter, but it came with slice through. Fear talk cute, but it bite you. A devil in the deal, read the fine print. I just sound with the light, let my life in. The devil is a lie, I don't buy that. He's so big, but he high, I don't like that. Put my life on the line for the right facts, rather die in the rat trap. The devil is a lie, I won't side up. If it ain't real, then the bill getting dry. Still be straight in my eyes, I don't write cat. My tongue say it, then my backbone back there. I'm in my zone. I'm in the club, big back lit, drinking my cup, good ass girl in my lap. She wearing no turn, all my real niggas alert, all my bad bitches alert, and this motherfucker finna get burnt. Big bag, I'm on go, 2 women with me, I'm old. Rolling on a wave and I'm sipping some shit. We fucking all night. Nigga, we ain't going home. These diamonds so cold, these diamonds so froze. Big ass AP, look like an ice cream cone. It's Friday night, finna get right, bitch. I'm in my zone. Pulled up clean, neck on glow. Whole block watch when I step through the door. Shorty in Chanel, she bad. Ass so fat, got a hump in the back. All my real niggas outside, all my bad bitches gon' ride. And this whole city know it's our time. Big flex, I don't fold. 3 chains on me, heart still cold. Dripping like a puddle when I walk through this bitch. We counting the bands, we ain't going broke. These diamonds so cold, these diamonds so froze. As AP, look like an ice cone. It's Friday, feeling so right, bitch. I'm in my zone. Big bag, I'm on go. 2 women with me, I'm in player mode. Rolling on a wave and I'm sipping some shit. We fucking all night, nigga, we ain't going home. These diamonds so cold, these diamonds so froze. Big ass AP, look like an ice cream cone. Late night lights, city on glow, bitch. I'm in my late night drive, top down low. Stars in the roof, got the host, good ass gas in the air. In the bank, I don't never play fair. All my real niggas on deck, all my bad bitches cut checks. Living what we post on the net. Big talk, big throne, king in this bitch. I done took that road, rolling on a wave while I'm counting up chips. We fucking up life, nigga, we ain't going home. These diamonds so cold, these diamonds so froze. Big ass AP, look like an ice cream cone. It's Friday night, finna take flight, bitch. I'm in my zone. Big bag, I'm on 2 women with me, I'm in player mode. Rolling on no sipping some shit. We fucking all night, we ain't going home. These diamonds so cold, these diamonds so cold. Big ass AP, look like an ice cream cone. Sun coming up, bitch. I'm in my zone.
Got a couple things in the woodworks. Oh, word? On some ink? I dig it. Are you talking about just in general? Business shit? Boss tycoon? Okay, let me y'all said the same thing. Many man, many words, same message. I was just waiting on somebody to pop up before I get to playing some of this eye-opening shit. Okay, let me get this. Full screen that. Get him out of here. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Go over here. Do it like that. Oh shit, wait a minute. You gonna be doing like a liquid tincture, or you doing all type of shit, like every avenue? tinctures, herbs. Oh shit. Do I have an internet issue? I'm here. Add source. What the fuck? Get out of here. Do that over here. Let's get you out of here. Oh, I dig it. Oh yeah, I dig it. Get them products on the shelf. I'm gonna be a customer. Let me see why is this so behind, dog? What is going on? My phone acting funny as shit. A dog thirsty in a motherfucker. Need to keep texting me. Nah, I see. I don't think you froze. Am I froze? Shit, hold on. I got a bunch of text messages and shit coming through. Hold on, let me turn this shit down. You tell me my internet acting goofy and shit. Hold on, let me try to play some of this. Let's get to the chopper. Let me get to the chopper. Okay, I don't have Bushwick up. I don't have everything should be copacetic. I bet. I don't know, I was looking on my phone, it was having that buffering shit going on, but it ain't like that on here. I don't know.
I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen because I've talked to them face to face, and they don't even hide the fact.
How powerful are they? Well, they are so powerful that they have taken over control of the United States. Neither the president nor the Congress is in control of the United States. They pick the presidents. If they don't like them,
Person will wear the throne of the world. Behind that person will be a council of what they call wise men who will really be the rulers. This poor guy is just going to be the fool they stick out there to take the brunt of the public wrath whenever it's necessary. Then you can knock him off if you want to. They just put somebody else up there.
It's taken me 25 years to come to the conclusions that I have come to. And I want to tell you that one of the biggest things I discovered in my work was the existence of a supranational committee composed of 300 men called the Committee of 300, also known in intelligence circles as the Olympians.
300 people you've never heard of. They don't hold office, they don't give speeches, they don't campaign, they don't need your vote. And he's not talking about the secret societies you've heard 100 times.
Slacking on my clerical duties. Hold on. I be forgetting to pin this shit to the top. Should be the first thing I do when I jump on here. All right. Back to it.
This is what the headlines never touch.
This is the committee that runs the world. Now, in my book, The Committee of 300, I name every one of them. This is not a book that talks about they. It gives you specifics.
Now, this is one of those videos that rarely stays visible for long. But what you're about to watch will explain a lot of the strange things happening in the world right now. So, let's get right into it.
Who and what is the Committee of 300? Well, I've dealt with that. I've told you this is a supranational body that knows no boundaries, respects the laws of no countries. The first time that they were publicly announced was by a German socialist by the name of Walter Rathenau. The background of Walter Rathenau, he was
My phone is pinned to the top.
the financial advisor to the Kaiser of Germany, and he was also the financial advisor to the Rothschilds, the French family Rothschild. So he must have known what he's talking
None
about.
your business was fucking.
Astonishing statement in 1934. He said, there is a committee of 300 men that rule the world. They are known only to each other, and nothing happens without their consent.
This isn't about symbols, or handshakes, or a club everyone already suspects. This is the top of the chain. At least that's his claim. The structure nobody sees. And as this man will explain, every organization has its place. They all fit into a hierarchy. But at the very top, 300 people. Pay attention to this part.
I came across this quite by accident when I was serving in Africa, in Angola, and I was given a series of documents which were only supposed to be handed in to top-level people. They were what we called above the top level of classification of intelligence documents. And there I discovered that whilst I thought I was in Africa fighting against the invasion of the communists, I was in fact fighting to introduce socialist regimes in the black African countries, and that I was actually working for a committee called the Committee of 300, also known in intelligence circles as the Olympians.
This isn't someone guessing from the sidelines. He's describing a moment where the story... He thought he was fighting one enemy. Then he claims he realized he was building something else entirely.
Well, if you've got some animals to feed, from chickens to cows to goats to horses and anything in between, check out our 4-day show happening right now.
And that's a different kind of question. Not who's in charge, but really goes. His name is Dr. John Coleman, and he frames this as a 25-year-old investigation shaped by intelligence-level access. Let's keep going.
In 1986, I wrote a work called Mind Control, Metaphysics, Extremely Low Frequency Radiation and Weather Modifications. And in that work, July the 8th, 1986, I said that the top-level intelligence organization in the United States was the National Reconnaissance Office, far bigger than the CIA and any of the other intelligence agencies. And by the way, we have about 10 different ones in the United States. I even had the audacity to give the address of this organization.
Hold on, what was this dude's name again? Dr. What? Dr. John Coleman. Now I got to do me a quick Copper Goddess. What's facking? I got to do me a quick little search real quick. Hold on a second. I want to know what's up with Dr. John Coleman. Let's see where he at nowadays, if he's still among the living. I just want to see something. Dr. John Coleman. Paging Dr. John Coleman. Please come to the front desk. Several individuals named Dr. John Coleman exist across different fields. Okay, here we go. I've been moving and grooving. I ain't been doing too many lives. Baseball season done started, you know, shit. And I ain't been doing the late night Jimmy Jams. Because I don't know how to cut shit off. I'll be running like 4, 5, 6, 7 hours and shit. The sun be coming up. Birds be outside chirping and shit. I seen a hawk catch a mole that's rising. I'm standing at my back door, just swoop down, snatch your rooski. I said, well, there you go. Somebody got babies they gotta feed. Along with themselves. This dude didn't sound British to me, so let's see. Position. Let me look for his picture. I don't see nobody that look like dude. Hold on. Okay, let me get back to this and play a little bit, see if I missed something.
Shaped by intelligence level access. And he frames the chain really goes. His name is Dr. John Coleman. And he frames this as a 25-year-old investigation shaped by intelligence level access. Let's keep going.
In 1986, I wrote a work called Mind Control, Metaphysics, Extremely Low Frequency Radiation and Weather Modifications. And in that work, July the 8th, 1986, I said that the top-level intelligence organization in the United States was the National Reconnaissance Office, far bigger than the CIA and any of the other intelligence agencies. And by the way, we have about 10 different ones in the United States. I even had the audacity to give the address of this organization. 3 weeks ago, Mr. Sam Donaldson, the gentleman who wears that beautiful toupee so effectively, he came on with the program in prime time, and he said, this is one of the biggest scoops that ABC has ever had. And he told about the National Reconnaissance Organization. The exact same thing that I published 8 years earlier. I tell you this to set the stage so that you'll understand I do have some experience.
Y'all know what I be on. Y'all know what I be on.
And that I know that of which.
So here's what he's doing. He's not just making a claim. He's planting a marker in time, 1986. And he says he named the organization before the public was even supposed to know it existed. Because once you understand that layer exists, you stop thinking intelligence is just spies in meetings. It's reach. It's visibility. It's who gets to see the world first and who reacts second. And if a system like that sits above the usual agencies, then you have to ask a darker question. What sits above that? Watch this.
And I came across the families in Italy who were called the Fondi, meaning the people who had all the money. They were all members of the Committee of 300, the Lucatis, the Recanatis, the Volpi du Miseratis. These people are so wealthy that they would make David Rockefeller look like a piker. That is how rich they are. And this is the committee.
Okay, you do sound a little British. Sorta. So he's a British Intelligence officer. I want to know if he's still alive. Because I think this is who I think they replaced this dude with Alex Jones. Hold on. MI6. There's so many people with this damn name. I want to know birth date and if he's still with us.
That runs the world. Now, in my book, The Committee of 300, I name every one of them. This is not a book that talks about they. It gives you specifics.
This is where his story shifts from theory to names. Not they, not someone. He's saying, I can point to families. And whether you believe his list or not, the idea underneath it is real. Power doesn't reset every 4 years. It accumulates. It inherits. It survives scandals, elections, and headlines. Because the kind of influence that lasts isn't built on popularity. It's built on ownership, on access, on networks that don't need to introduce themselves. But even wealth isn't the whole machine. Wealth needs a way to move the world without showing its hand. And this is where it gets uncomfortable.
When former head of state Mikhail Gorbachev visited the United States a few years ago, flanked by George Bush and Quayle, he opened his Gorbachev Foundation in the United States. And he let slip, he said, this is being done with approval of the Committee of 300. CNN cameras were on him. They immediately switched. Now, I wrote to CNN and I said, could I have a transcript of this program, which they said was available. I never got a reply. I followed it up with letter after letter, but nothing ever came of it. The point I'm trying to make, ladies and gentlemen, is that the federal government, the secret upper-level parallel government that runs the United States, does not want you to know that you have an upper-level parallel government that calls the shots, that dictates what is going to happen to your life and mine.
That line changes everything. Because now he's not describing a theory, he's describing a system that protects.
Okay, I found something that said he passed away in 2012. Oh no, never mind. That's a different code, man. Expert. This is radiologist. No.
Itself. Maybe there's an innocent explanation. Maybe not.
That's the wrong dude.
But the point is this. If influence can decide what gets recorded, then it can also decide what gets remembered. And once power becomes something you can't even trace...
Boy, they got him fluffed on this damn internet. I found that too, but I can't find no more shit. Like, maybe I gotta, let me rearrange my wording.
The next question isn't who, it's where. Where does a structure like that live? Because it wouldn't operate as a rumor. It would operate through institutions. Pay attention to this part.
I revealed the existence of an organization called the Royal Institute for International Affairs, which is located at Chatham House in 10 St. James Square in London. I also revealed the existence of the Club of Rome, the Cini Foundation, the Mont Pelerin Society, the Order of St. John, which was known but not known. And I listed all of these secret societies that run the world as executive arms of the Committee of 300. So it controls the world through all of these. The Royal Institute for International Affairs is the executive arm of this committee, which gives instructions to the United States government to this very day. The chain of command is as follows. Every Secretary of State that has been appointed since 1919 is appointed by the Royal Institute for International Affairs. That may come as a shock for you. You think you vote and you put a conservative in the White House, and then he appoints supposedly or allegedly conservative people to carry out the policies that you wanted him to implement. Surprise, surprise. I ask you to find me a conservative Secretary of State since 1919. And if you search diligently and apply the correct rules, you will come out blank. Every one of the Secretaries of State was chosen in London by the Secretary of State, as was Wilson, the President Wilson, as was Roosevelt, as was James Earl Carter. He was specially chosen because he'd had 3 mental breakdowns, and they felt he would be a good guy to manipulate. Oh, I'm talking facts.
Different presidents, different parties, the same advisory structure. Because when policy is filtered before it even reaches an election, votes don't change direction, they change packaging. But institutional influence alone doesn't move societies. To shape real outcomes, it needs something stronger. Leverage, economic pressure, dependence that turns choices into necessities. And that's where the next phase begins.
This Committee of 300 told a man called Aurelio Pecci to form this Club of Rome with the main object of bringing down the industries and the agricultural development of the United States. He immediately wrote a paper in which he said there are too many people on the earth, and that the United States, with its industrial development, its agricultural development, is responsible for this curse of overpopulation. So the Club of Rome was instituted and organized to start an attack on the world's population using the United States as the whipping boy. And they came up with a paper called the Zero Growth Post-Industrial Plan for Industry and Agriculture for the United States of America.
This is where his claims shift from politics to pressure. He connects the committee of the Club of Rome. He connects the Club of Rome to zero growth. And he connects zero growth outcome, tightening the system. Now, you don't have to accept the motive he assigns to it, but the mechanism is real. When systems tighten, the impact doesn't hit evenly. The wealthy buffer it, the poor adapt to it, and the middle absorbs it. Mortgages, wages, savings, stability. That's the layer that carries the strain. Now listen closely to what he claims next.
The middle class in the United States of America had to be destroyed because in the coming push to a world order, the middle class would be the stumbling block, because history had shown that the peasant class in ancient days, when they had revolted, were just easily crushed. There was no resistance. But now had grown a new super class of people in the United States called the middle class, who had long-term employment, who had job security, who were well paid, who could afford to buy the products that were made by the United States and didn't need to buy products from China or anywhere else. And the Club of Rome post-industrial zero growth paper said this has got to stop. We have to bring down the middle class of the United States. And the way that we will do this, the way that we will accomplish this task, is by crushing their industries.
Whether you markets or global pressure, the weight never lands evenly. It lands where society is most stable, the middle. Because the middle has something to lose. A job, a mortgage, a routine, a future. And when that layer weakens, dependence grows quietly. Not overnight, but structurally. While ordinary people feel instability as pain, those above it experience the same events as logistics. They hedge, they move assets, they buy buffers. And that's the real divide. Not what happens, but who it happens to. Here's how Coleman explains it.
The Club of Rome celebrated its anniversary, and Alexander King, its chairman, stated, "The American people henceforth must get used to the idea that they will never, ever again in their lifetime have full employment. What a scandalous thing that our government is fully cooperating with this organization built up by the Royal Institute for International Affairs to destroy the middle class of the United States.
The Order Secret Society. It was founded in the United States at Yale University in 1833. It has continued to the present day. Each year, the Order takes in 15 men, senior students from Yale University. Never more than 15, only once has it been less than 15. In 1946, they took in, I think, 10 rather than 15 members. So what we have is a secret society which, over the last 150 years, accumulated about 2,500 members, of whom perhaps 500 are alive today. Of this 500, perhaps 100 are actively in pursuit of the objectives of the Order.
15 recruits every year since 33. And if this is real, it would explain why the world feels like it's accelerating. Like decisions are being made faster than people can react. Like we're being pulled towards something, and nobody voted for it. And maybe what we're seeing right now isn't the beginning of the story. Maybe it's the part where the system finally starts showing itself. Watch this.
It's not another college fraternal society. Yale University is the only university in the United States, or indeed the world, which has senior societies. These are societies where the 15 are selected in the junior year and actually are initiated at the beginning of the senior year. They stay.
They've been telling on themselves. They write it's in their books what they doing, what they want to do, and what they plan on doing. People just don't be paying attention to this shit, that's all. Oh, it's too far-fetched. That'll never happen, and that'll never happen.
On campus, only 1 year as members. They are called Knights. When they graduate, they leave the university, they go out into the world, then they're known as Patriarchs. So at any one time, you only have 15 Knights in existence, and for the rest of their lives, they're known as Patriarchs. And they work doing their...
And my Rumble acting retarded for some reason. Why this shit ain't streaming on Rumble is beyond me. It's that bullshit.
Lifetime, or a number do, towards the ends of the Order. They are pretty much guaranteed success. Certainly they're guaranteed financial success. And of the material I have, I infer that so long as they go along with the purposes of the Order, so long as they gear their careers and their lives towards certain ends, then they are guaranteed success.
And here's the unsettling part. If history really is being guided by pipelines like this, then what we're watching right now might not be random at all. It might.
What's happening? What's happening, Jack?
Everything and nothing at the same damn time.
Oh, I hear you.
Stop all that noise out here.
Oh goodness, here you go. Here you go. That motherfucker. Who is this on the screen with his evil looking ass? That's a terrible painting. Look like an animal.
Might be the last phase of something that's been running quietly for a long time. And the reason it's hard to see is because it doesn't feel like a takeover. It feels normal until you... This is Anthony Sutton. an economist and researcher who spent years digging into power networks. He was one of the few who got that far. But once he started exposing their entire system on live TV, it made powerful people pay attention. And let's just say, they didn't exactly let it spread too far. Watch this.
Well, up to 6 months ago, I denied that there was a conspiracy, because frankly I couldn't prove one. I suspected a conspiracy, but I couldn't prove there was one until 6 months ago. Well, a little before 6 months ago, I received the catalog, which is the membership list of the society, all the way back to 1833, and I received some of their internal documents, enough for me to put together the way they correspond with each other, the operations within the order, to some extent their problems.
If that's true, then we're not dealing with conspiracy talk, dealing with documentation. But even if you should, what he describes next is something you can actually look up. A building on Yale's campus, with no windows, and a number that keeps showing up in the strangest places. 322.
The order has a temple on the Yale campus.
Temple?
A temple, yes. It's a building, maybe this 50, 60 feet by 40 feet, maybe 40 feet high. There's no windows, two big steel doors.
Okay, so pause. Because when most people hear secret society, they picture something vague, a rumor, a name, a symbol on the internet. But a temple is different. And what he's describing isn't subtle either. It's not a hidden room somewhere. It's a building on campus, with no windows and steel doors. Look, we can debate the bigger story later, but this building is real. Watch this.
We know what the temple looks like because back in 1880s, a number of Yale students became a little unhappy about what was going inside this place. When they went by it at midnight, sometimes they heard strange noises and all kinds of rumors on the Yale campus as to what this might be. There was a break-in. I call it the Yale Gate. There was a break-in to the temple, and the students who broke in cataloged what they found.
This is where it gets weird, because you know how these stories usually go, right? It's always, or some believe, but he's claiming something more specific. He's saying there was a moment, way back, where the secrecy cracked. Students broke in, and according to him, they left with documentation. And what they found inside had numbers on the walls.
And they made a drawing, a design of the... And three of the rooms are numbered. One is 322, one is 323, and one is 324. 322 is also, I suspect, the chapter number.
And then he drops a number, 22. And this is where the story shifts again, because numbers don't work like symbols do. A symbol can be interpreted 100 number. A number usually points to something specific. And what he says next is the part that really stuck with me, because it implies that 322 isn't just written on a wall, it's used as a signature, as if it's a quiet way of saying, I'm one of you.
322 is an identification. And also in correspondence between members, they conclude their correspondence where you and I would conclude yours truly or yours sincerely. They conclude yours in 322.
And this is where the name most people recognize finally enters the story. Because the order isn't how the internet knows it. It's known by something much simpler. Something that sounds almost childish, until you realize how long it's been attached to real power. Skull and bones. And the number that keeps following it, 322. Now this is the part people usually skip past, because it gets uncomfortable. But it's also the part that explains everything. Watch this.
This is a symbol of death. Now, why would they take a symbol of death?
Yes, from what I understand, when a new member is initiated, that would be in the senior year at Yale, he's placed within a coffin.
Oh my.
And from the photographs we have of members inside the temple, many of these photographs are the 15s sitting around a table, and they have this skull and the crossbones sitting on the table in front of them. It is the symbol of death, and it has been called the Brotherhood of Death, and I think it probably more adequately should be called the Brotherhood of Death.
Okay, this is where my brain stopped treating this like a rumor. Because up until now, everything could still be explained away. But this is the first detail that feels deliberate, like it's designed to do something to you. And when you see rituals like this show up inside a closed network, you start asking a different question. Not, is it real, but what is it for?
Look at the history, the biographies of the leading members of the order and reconstruct their career and see if there's a common pattern in their careers. So, but to come back to my point, I have to reconstruct the objectives. What are the objectives? In the member is right. If you have to achieve your objectives, what is the objective? As you look at the histories of individual members, it can only be one thing: to acquire power, to keep power, to use power for their own purposes.
There it is. That's the engine underneath all the imagery. Power. Acquire it, keep it, use it. And this is where the story starts tightening up. Because now the ritual makes sense. The temple makes sense. The code makes sense. It's not there to look spooky. It's there to create a machine, a pipeline, a loyalty structure, a network that moves people upward and keeps them aligned.
For example, Averell Harriman is a very influential member of the order. Harriman was initiated in 1913. His club number is D111. All the other 14 of D111 have died off. Averell Harriman is the only one left. To come to the question, who are some of the significant members? Today, two men stand out. One is Averell Harriman, who is the chief financial angel of the Democratic Party. The other is Vice President George Herbert Walker Bush. The Bush family is quite prominent within the order. Now, if you go back in history a little, you'll find that George Bush's father, Prescott Sheldon Bush, was also a member. He was a member of Brown Brothers Harriman, which is the Harriman private banking company. So today you've got two men who are supposedly in politics in opposition, Bush and Harriman, actually the members of the same secret society. And Bush's father was not only a member, he was a partner in what was then Harriman and Company, which later became Brown Brothers Harriman. So behind the scenes, and this is something you don't see until you investigate it, people who appear to be politically or financially or industrially or in many ways are working together.
That's the moment where the story shifts. Because now it isn't just symbolism. It's a claim about alignment. About people who appear to be on opposite sides, moving through the same pipeline. And if that sounds impossible, he explains the method in one sentence.
The method they use is that of the Hegelian dialectic. Thesis played against antithesis leads to a synthesis. In other words, for Hegel, for history to make progress, you have to have conflict. And when you look at the key people in the order, you will find that they generate conflict. So Bush and Harriman politically are conflicting. Coffin in the same order are in public conflicting with one another because conflict leads to the new synthesis.
In simple terms, it's conflict by design, one side against the other. And while everyone is trapped inside the fight, the outcome gets shaped somewhere else. If one side changes but the direction doesn't, this explains why. Now the question becomes, what's the point? Because if the conflict is engineered, then the outcome isn't random. And Sutton says the event just
What did I do?
What's going on?
Any planes? I said, I don't know. What did you talk about? Here.
The video quit playing and shit, didn't it?
It did. I was about to hang up because I thought maybe I fell off. Uh-oh.
You know what? I'm finna stop, pause this shit, and restart a whole nother live because this motherfucker playing games. I'm not finna deal with this.
Right, we're not having it.
Nah, not tonight.
Turn it off.
I'm coming right
Turn it
back.
off.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
You rushing me, my nigga? Who you talking to? Hurry up. Yeah, I'm finna end this stream. I'll be right back. I mean, right back.